this video is about evaluating piecewise function. The main thing about piecewise function is the constraint. This part is your constraint. The part with the inequalities, that's your constraint. Okay? It helps you to identify which function you're going to use to evaluate at a particular number. Okay? For example, here it says we should evaluate f of -4. The constraint here is saying that x is less than or equal to -2. So if it's less than or equal to -2, we're talking about -2, -3, -4. Here our -4 falls, so we're using this function here for that. Okay? So this would be 2 times -4 plus 8. 2 times -4, that is -8 plus 8. So this is 0. And that's finished there. Okay? So f of -4 equals 0. Alright. The next part says f of 6. Now it would not be this, because as we said before that x is less than or equal to -2, which would be -2, -3 on all those negative there. This is positive. Okay? Now this one, it spans from -2 to 3, not including 2 but including the 3, and 6 is greater than all of these numbers here. Okay? This final constraint says x is greater than 3. So if it's greater than 3, 3 is not included, so that would be 4, 5, 6, 7. You see our 6 falls there? So because our 6 falls in this category, we will be using this function. Okay? So that would be the square root of where x is, we put our 6, so that would be 6 plus 3. So the square root of 6 plus 3, that is 9. That's square root of 9. Square root of 9 is 3. So f of 6 equals 3. Alright, it's all about the constraint. Okay, the next part here says f of -2. Here it says that x is less than or equal to -2. And here x is equal to -2. So we're using this function here again. So this would be 2 times -2 plus 8, because wherever x is in this function, we're putting -2 here. So 2 times -2, that is -4, plus 8, -4 plus 8, that is just 4. So f of -2 equals 4. And that part is finished there. Finally, it says f of 0. Now, again, as we said before, this part is from -2 and all those negative. 0 is greater than -2. Okay? This one here spans from -2 to 3. But -2 is not included. So that would be like -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 0 falls within this category. So we are using this function. So this would be 0 square minus 3, because it says x square minus 3. Wherever x is, we're putting our 0. So 0 squared, that's just 0, so that's just -3. So f of 0 equals -3. Alright? Good. Let's look at one final example just for practice sake. Okay? In this case, they gave us this function and asked us to evaluate these. As we said before, the key thing is the constraint. Alright? This one says f of 8. This says x is less than 1. So if it's less than 1, 1 is not included. That would be like 0 and all those negative. 8 is greater than all of those. This one spans from 1 to 5, but the 5 is not included. 8 is greater than the 5. This one here is saying x is greater than or equal to 5. So it means that it's 5, 6, 7, 8, and it goes on. Or 8 falls within that category. So we are using this function. So it is the absolute value of 8 minus 2. Because wherever x is, we're going to replace it with 8. Okay? 8 minus 2, that is 6. That's the absolute value of 6. And the absolute value of 6 is just 6. Okay? That's finished right there. This one says f of 0. Now this says that x is what? Less than 1. So if it's less than 1, you're talking about 0 and all the negative. So this falls within this category. So we're using this function here. So it would be 2 times 0 cubed minus 1. 0 cubed, that is 0. 2 times 0, that is still 0. So we just have -1 here. So f of 0 equals -1. This one says f of 4. It would not be this, because this is talking about 0 and all the negative. This one is between 1 and 5. Is 4 between 1 and 5? For sure it is. Okay, so we will be using this function. But if you look at this function doesn't have any x on it. It's just a number. So this will just equal to the number there. And then finally, f of 5. This one says that x is greater than or equal to 5. And here x is 5, so you will be using this function because it matches this constraint. Okay, so that would just be the absolute value of 5 minus 2, because our x value is 5. So wherever x is, we put 5 there. So 5 minus 2 is 3, so that's the absolute value of 3. So f of 5 just equals to 3. Okay, I hope evaluating piecewise function is much clearer and you would have learned something. Have a fantastic day.